This is Rock and Roll English. Real people, real English. Here's your host, Martin Johnston.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Rock and Roll English, episode number 378. I did check that before, so apologies for the delay, but something big is happening in today's show. Okay, maybe you got an email about it yesterday or on Sunday, but something big is actually happening, something which I am actually quite excited about. Things have maybe not been as exciting as usual, so I've decided to spice things up because, as we know, variety is the spice of life. Now, before I get to that, okay, I just want to ask you a question, okay? A simple question. What is 6 plus 3? Think about it. 6 plus 3. Have you got it? Yes, the answer's 9, isn't it? Now, I just want you to think about that for a minute. When you did that, did you have to count 6 times and then add 3 with your fingers? My guess, my hope, is that you didn't. You just know 6 plus 3 is 9. Okay. Now, that is called automation. Your brain has automated that. Now, I know this because my daughter is currently 5. She's in the very first year of school here in the UK, and she's doing things like this at the moment. And she will literally get her fingers out, have 6, and I'll say, what is 6 plus 3? And then she will move her fingers, then she'll get to 9, and she gets to the correct answer. Now, why am I telling you this? Because that's kind of a very good reflection of how it works when we learn another language, okay? Now, you're doing, like my daughter is getting her fingers out and counting. Sometimes maybe you're saying, okay, this is second conditional. That means if I went, okay? Or even with listening, you're sort of replaying what someone says. You haven't got it on automation yet. Now, my goal with the podcast is to get you to the automated level where you don't need to get your fingers out and count. It just happens naturally. You don't need to think about grammar. You don't need to replay what someone says. You just understand naturally. And I have something today which is going to help you do that. And not only that, I've decided to make it interesting because I always think, what would I enjoy? Okay, what would I like if someone had rock and roll Italiano, which, by the way, someone needs to invent. Okay, I would love to listen to my podcast, but with someone talking Italian. Okay, I'm not going to make that, but if someone wants to start an Italian podcast, I would love to listen to it, of just talking nonsense. Okay, and I think if I was listening to an Italian podcast, what would I like? So I have a transcription challenge for you. Okay, now the winner of this challenge will win a Rock and Roll English t-shirt. You may have seen me walking around sometimes with a Rock and Roll English t-shirt on. It's just a white t-shirt, Rock and Roll English logo. And let's face it, that is a pretty cool logo, isn't it? My friend Luca made that for me many years ago. Shout out to Luca if he is listening. So even if, you think I'm an idiot, it's a pretty cool t-shirt because it's white and it's got a pretty cool logo. Now, I've never done this before. I've never offered this prize. I don't really know why I'm doing it. As I mentioned at the start, I just want to spice things up, okay? So I have something for you to transcribe. Now, transcribing is a bit of a painful thing to do sometimes because you have to rewind. It's a bit of a nightmare. Now, I have made this as painless as possible for you, okay? I've done all the hard work, so for you it should actually be quite easy. I will talk about the details more in a minute, but basically here's how it works. You're going to do the transcription line by line. I have a form for you to complete. Each line you only have to write probably like 10 to 12 words maximum. Then you submit your transcription, and then next week I will say who had the best transcription, the one closest to the original. Last entry will be on Wednesday the 1st of July, and the winner will be announced on Thursday the 2nd of July. And I have a scene from, I don't want to tell you what it is too much because I don't want you to find it online, okay, from a British TV show. And as always, it's rock and roll, okay? Because I always think about my goals for the podcast. My goals are to entertain and to be useful, okay? That's it. And I cannot tell you how useful it is transcribing word for word, not just understanding the sort of gist, to understand it word for word. Because as I always say, the problem is always not learning more English. It's recognizing the English that you already know in real time. And remember, your ears are like a muscle, your ears, your brain. And talking about grammar, I often see the annoying small things of grammar which often cause a problem. Okay, so when you listen, when you can understand every word, that grammar will make more sense in your head. Okay, because also native speakers in English do not hear every single word. It's impossible. Okay, but they just predict because of grammatical expectations, sentence structures. So the more you do this, the more you are actually training grammar. Everyone thinks you study grammar. However, just by studying listening, you are doing exactly that. Remember, grammar is not writing, it is listening. Anyway, I could talk forever about this, so I think let's just get to it. Now, I have this on my website broken down, this clip we are listening to, which is about 1 minute long-ish. I have it broken down into very, very small sections, okay? But first of all, I think it's good just to listen to it, okay? Now, as this is rock and roll English, there is a toilet involved, okay? That's all I'm kind of going to say. And to give you some kind of minimal context, I don't want to give you too much because I don't want you to find this clip on the internet, okay? But to give you some kind of context, there are 2 men involved. I won't give you the names of both of them, but there is one angry man. I'm not going to give you his name. And he is talking to Ian. Okay. Now, Ian is the son of Kathy. And that is who they are talking about. So you will hear the name Ian and you will hear the name Kathy. Now, what was happening is the angry man was out for dinner with Ian and Kathy. The angry man was dating Kathy, and Ian is Kathy's son. Okay? One more thing I will tell you is that Ian, Kathy's son, works in a chip shop. Okay? So that's all I'm going to tell you. We have an angry man talking to Ian. Ian is the son of Kathy, and the angry man is dating Kathy. And Ian works in a chip shop. Okay, so here is the clip in its entirety.
Do one more thing to upset Kathy, and I'm going to put you in hospital, all right?
What, you going to hit me? Well, go on and hit me. See how much my mum likes you then.
Oh, it won't be me, Ian. I'll just make sure someone mugs you on your way out in that poxy chip shop.
She'll know it's you.
No, she won't. Because I know a lot of nasty bastards, Ian. People who do that sort of thing for fun. Now you're going to go back in there, and you're going to stop behaving like a spoilt little brat, and you're going to treat Kathy with the respect she deserves, all right? Now, how about a mouthwash, eh? Wash all that filth out of your gob. Now, you can be nice, or you can be in hospital, all right? That's your choice. Clean yourself up. Look a mess.
So there we go. Now, just in case you didn't understand what was happening there, the angry man flushed Ian's head down the toilet. Okay, that happened in the clip. This is a very famous scene in the UK. I will tell you more about it when I actually give you the answer, because again, my goal is also to make you aware of British culture. So when you hopefully are in a conversation with someone from the UK, maybe you can bring this up. And if you do, you will score huge points of, wow, how the hell do they know this? Okay, so that's what you just listened to. Now, this is the bit where it may get a bit boring, or you may even want to switch off, because if you click on the link inside this podcast, okay, it's a link to the web page where that clip is broken down line by line like this. This is the first clip.
Do one more thing to upset Kathy, and I'm going to put you in hospital, all right?
So on the website, you will listen to that as many times as you want, and then you write it down. You write it on clip 1, You write exactly what you hear, and that's clip 1. Then we move to clip 2, which is this.
What, you gonna hit me? Well, go on and hit me. See how much me mum likes you then.
So again, you will listen to that as many times as you want, and then you will write that in the box clip 2. Okay, there are only 9 of these. They are all very short, like the ones that you have just listened to. You submit all 9 answers. Then if your transcription is perfect, or the closest to the real transcription, then you will win the t-shirt. Okay, it will have your email address on there. I'm not some kind of expert where this is all automatic. So if you are the winner, I will announce the winner and I will send you an email. I will ask for your address and I will send you a t-shirt. So the best thing to do now is stop the podcast, go to the link inside the podcast you are listening to, and then you can do it slowly. You would need maybe a pen and paper. Depends if you're that kind of person, you can do it all digitally. However, I also know that some people will be listening to this on the bus, on the train, for example. So I am going to do clips 1 to 9 for those people. Okay, this might be a bit boring. I'm going to play each clip 3 times. So if you are on the bus, hopefully you still have a pen and paper. I always carry pen and paper around with me. You never know, do you? I suppose I am also a teacher, but I like, if I'm on public transport, I like to sometimes just write some ideas down. So hopefully you do have a pen and paper, or you could open your notes app on your phone, whatever you want. Okay, so this is for those people. So we are going to play each clip 3 times. Okay, then I will end the podcast, and I will also send you an email. I will send you many emails to tell you what's going on and with more instructions. Hopefully it's been quite clear. I've tried to make it as easy as possible. So as I said, there are 9 very short clips to listen to. There is a form where you'll see a box, clip 1, clip 2, clip 3, etc., etc. And then on the form, obviously where it says clip 1, that's where you write what you heard in clip 1. Okay, that is it. But remember, this is called sound training. You are training your ears. This is not just a stupid piece of fun. You are literally training your ears to understand that fast, rapid English. This is a TV show in England. The TV show is still on today. So if you come to the UK and you put on the telly, you may watch this and hopefully you would be able to understand it. Okay, if you have difficulty, that is exactly why you are doing this. Now, the clip is particularly hard. I think it is quite hard. I chose it for that reason. Okay, so you have to listen to many times. So it's not so easy that everyone gets the correct answer. So it is quite difficult, but not impossible. One more thing to say. When you are giving your answers, when you're writing them, punctuation counts. Okay, because if for example 5 people get the perfect transcription, I will have to choose a winner of those 5 people, and the winner will be the one with the correct punctuation. Okay, so capital letters, full stops, these kind of things are important. Okay, anyway, here is clip 1. Remember, we are going to listen to this 3 times. Okay, and then we're going to do clip 2, 3, 4, 5, up the way to 9. So please get your pen and paper or phone app ready now. Are you ready? Let's go.
You do one more thing to upset Kathy, and I'm going to put you in hospital, all right? You do one more thing to upset Kathy, and I'm going to put you in hospital, all right? You do one more thing to upset Kathy, and I'm going to put you in hospital, all right?
Okay, so that is clip 1. Now clip 2.
What, you gonna hit me? Well, go on and hit me. See how much me mum likes you then. What, you gonna hit me? Well, go on and hit me. See how much me mum likes you then. What, you gonna hit me? Well, go on and hit me. See how much me mum likes you then.
Now to clip 3. Remember, I've done all the dirty work for you, and on the form it is much easier. You won't be rushed. You can listen to it as many times as you want. But anyway, this is clip 3.
Oh, it won't be me, Ian. I just make sure someone mugs you on your way out in that poxy chip shop. Oh, it won't be me, Ian. I just make sure someone mugs you on your way out in that poxy chip shop. Oh, it won't be me, Ian. I just make sure someone mugs you on your way out in that poxy chip shop.
That one I think was particularly hard. This is where you have to put in the knowledge, like grammatical knowledge, some contextual knowledge as well, but that one was particularly hard. But anyway, now we are on to clip 4, which you will be pleased to hear is probably the easiest.
She'll know it's you.
No, she won't.
She'll know it's you.
No, she won't.
She'll know it's you.
No, she won't.
So now to clip 5, which again is quite difficult, but just really use grammatical knowledge here, okay? Because what you hear probably won't make sense, okay? What you think you hear probably won't make sense. So use some grammatical knowledge at this point, okay? Make sure what you write, when you write it after, it makes sense, okay?
Because I know a lot of nasty bastards, Ian. People who do that sort of thing for fun. Because I know a lot of nasty bastards, Ian. People who do that sort of thing for fun. Because I know a lot of nasty bastards, Ian. People who do that sort of thing for fun.
Now for clip 6. Now this is the longest one. It was difficult to find a place to cut this in the middle, so unfortunately it needs to be a little bit longer, okay? So you know what, I'll let you listen to this 4 times.
Now you're going to go back in there and you're going to stop behaving like a spoiled little brat and you're going to treat Kathy with the respect she deserves, all right? Now you're going to go back in there and you're going to stop behaving like a spoiled little brat and you're going to treat Kathy with the respect she deserves, all right? Now you're going to go back in there and you're going to stop behaving like a spoiled little brat and you're going to treat Kathy with the respect she deserves, all right? Now you're going to go back in there and you're going to stop behaving like a spoiled little brat and you're going to treat Kathy with the respect she deserves, all right?
Okay, so clip 7. Now the last word is particularly hard to grab, but again, use grammatical and vocabulary knowledge, okay? Let's go. Also, this is just the bit before he puts his head in the toilet, before the angry man puts Ian's head in the toilet.
Now how about a mouthwash, eh? Wash all that filth out of your gob. Now how about a mouthwash, eh? Wash all that filth out of your gob. Now how about a mouthwash, eh? Wash all that filth out of your gob.
So now clip 8. We're nearly there. Clip 9 is the last one, okay? So the angry man is very angry here, okay? So we need to understand people when they're angry. So let's go.
Now you can be nice or you can be in hospital, all right? And that's your choice. Now you can be nice or you can be in hospital, all right? And that's your choice. Now you can be nice or you can be in hospital, all right? And that's your choice.
And last but not least, clip 9. Now just think, I didn't mention this, I don't think, but they were in some public toilets and the angry man has just flushed Ian's head down the toilet and now they're going back out again. So the things that are difficult to understand, use your vocabulary and grammatical knowledge to fill in the gaps, okay?
Clean yourself up. Look a mess. Clean yourself up. Look a mess. Clean yourself up. Look a mess.
And that's it. So I am going to play the recording one last time from the start to the finish without any stops. But remember, I can't tell you enough. Stop the podcast you are listening to. Go onto the website. Each clip you can listen to 100 times if you want. And by the way, if you do listen to it 100 times, remember this is ear training you are doing. It's not a waste of time. When you go to the gym, if you lift the weight 100 times, you make your muscles stronger. Okay, so it's not a waste of time. So yes, I'm going to play it for you one more time, but then go to the website, listen to it there. By the way, the website, I haven't done this in a particularly beautiful, created way, but everything that is there as you need. It's perfectly user friendly. Listen to it as many times as you want, then fill out the form, okay, which is also on the website. Enter your answer, and if you are the winner, you will receive a Rock and Roll English t-shirt in the post. Okay, so here it is again from start to finish.
Do one more thing to upset Kathy, and I'm going to put you in hospital, all right?
What, you going to hit me? Well, go on and hit me. See how much my mum likes you then.
Oh, it won't be me, Ian. I'll just make sure someone mugs you on your way out in that poxy chip shop.
She'll know it's you.
No, she won't. Because I know a lot of nasty bastards, Ian. People who do that sort of thing for fun. Now you're going to go back in there and you're going to stop behaving like a spoiled little brat, and you're going to treat Kathy with the respect she deserves, all right? Now, how about a mouthwash, eh? Wash all that filth out of your gut. Now, you can be nice, or you can be in hospital, all right? And that's your choice. Clean yourself up. Bit of a mess.
And that's about it. So I hope you enjoy the challenge, and I hope you do it, because remember, I have tried to take out all of the difficult, annoying things for you. Another really good thing to do would be to shadow it, okay? And I will tell you the answer on Wednesday, the 1st of July, and I will announce the winner on Thursday, the 2nd of July. Okay? Any questions? Let me know. Thanks a lot for listening. I will talk to you very soon. But in the meantime, just keep on rocking, baby.
Thanks so much for listening to Rock and Roll English. For more great content and to stay up to date, visit rockandrollenglish.com and facebook.com/rockandrollenglish. We'll catch you next time.